Okay, good morning everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Habayim. Good to see everybody. We're learning Siman Samach Zayin. Siman Samach Zayin. We began it. We're up to Sivkatan Gimel. Siman Samach Zayin, Sivkatan Gimel. The Mechaber, this Siman speaks about Din Safek Imkar Krishma. If someone is Mesupik, if they said Shema. Says the Mechaber, Safek Imkara Krishma. It's a Safek if Kriya Shema was read. If you're not sure if you said Shema, Choyzer Kare, you have to go back and say it again. Umevarich lefaneo lachreha, and you have to make the brachas before and after. Avim yodea shekra. If you know you said Shema, al Shema subak and berach lefaneo lachreha, you're not sure if you made the brachas. Einoi Choyzer mevarich. You do not go back and make the bracha. So now the Mishna Berura in Sivkatan Aleph that we read last time, if we could review just outside, that the Mishna Berura says other mitzvahs d'oraisa, if you're mechuyev to do it misafek, we paskin earlier in Siman Yod Zayin Siv Gimel regarding a tumtum. So somebody who's mesupik if they're mechuyev to do the mitzvah, so they're chayiv in tzitzis. Or in Yoredeh we talk about the meal of an androgynous. You don't make a bracha, because brachos are d'Rabbanan and sveika l'kula. So why would Kriya Shema be any different? Why by Kriya Shema do we say, if you're mesupik, if you said Shema, we say, do the mitzvah again with the brachos? Normally, if we're mesupik, if someone is mechuyev in the mitzvah, we say, do the mitzvah without the brachos. So Mishna Berura said, some poskim are mechalek, that there's a difference if you're mechuyev at all in the mitzvah, let's say a tumtum or an androgynous, so we say do the mitzvah without a bracha, or if you're definitely mechuyev, but you don't know if you executed it, then you do have to make the bracha. Accordingly, says the Mishna Berura, loyla alulav or shofar on the first day of Rosh Hashanah, if you're mesupik, not only would you have to do the mitzvah, you would have to do it with the bracha, which is a very big chiddush. We never heard of such a thing. The Pri Megadim writes that from the Kesef Mishnah, in the name of the Rajba, and from the Magen Avraham, in the name of the Rivash, it's muchach that they don't hold of this svara, but you never make a bracha when you're mesupik if you did a mitzvah. The Gra also is mashma, he doesn't hold of this chiluk. Now, if they brought you a shofar or a lulav on the first day, bein hashmashos, definitely you would not make a bracha, because now there's a suffix whether you're chayiv at all in the mitzvah in the first place. Now, why do you have to say Shema again if you're not sure? The Mishna Berura said in Sivkatan Beis, because we hold Kriya Shema as d'oraisa. It says v'dibarta ba mishivtecha. It's going on this parsha that therefore, if you're mesupik, whether you said it or not, you have to repeat it again, like every suffix d'oraisa. Fine. Sivkatan Gimel umevarich l'chayr koza dafke b'shaloi avar zman Kriya Shema. This din that if you're mesupik, whether you said Shema, you say it again with the bracha, that's if the zman did not pass. Avo ba'avar zman shel gimel shois. But let's say the time did pass, shuv eina mevarich, then you don't make the bracha. Loi lefaneha, v'loi la'achareha, machmas safek. Desu havale sveika d'Rabbanan. So like this, you're not sure if you said Shema, and now the zman is over. So are you going to also repeat the Shema with the brachos? No, because now it's a suffix d'Rabbanan. You say, what do you mean? I'm mechuyev mid'oraisa. No, you're not mechuyev mid'oraisa to say Shema after the zman. It's only d'Rabbanan for the brachos. So then you would not repeat it with the brachos. But says Mishna Berura, this is not so. Aval za'enoi. The zman zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim nimshach achar kach gamkein. The zman of zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim continues even after the Zman Kriya Shema. Like we said earlier in Siman Nun Ches Sivkatan Chav Zayin, we say it later, Siman Ayin Sivkatan Chav, the Dirshu brings that Minat Torah, there's no Zman Nikva for Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim. The truth is, Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim is the whole day. Now, so then it would come out like this. Let's say somebody is ill, and they missed the whole morning. So you say, well, what's the point in saying Shema, Mincha time? Is there any point in saying Shema? I'll put on my tefillin, but what's the point in saying Shema? There is a point in saying Shema, because the third parsha is still d'oraisa. You're still chayv in emes v'yatziv until the fourth hour. Kedal El B'Siman Ches. Umikan v'hala loy tikna al zeh bracha. From the 4th hour and on, they were not masakin a bracha. Avol yoymer machmas safek eza pasuk shel Yetzias Mitzrayim. Al safek, you should say some pasuk of Yetzias Mitzrayim. The Shagas Aryeh says. Isa bebracha is daf Yud Gimel Amud Beis. She'im amar halacha shemuskar ba Yetzias Mitzrayim yatsi yidei hamitzvah sasei shel zechira. The Gemara in Brachos on Yud Gimel and Beis says that if you say a halacha, then in that halacha is mentioned Yetzias Mitzrayim, you're yoid say the mitzvah of zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim. Obviously, the Dirshu points out if you're mechavein to be mekayim the mitzvah of zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim, the Kasav HaMagen Avram, venerally, now this is a famous Magen Avram. We once gave a shir on Wednesday night on this Magen Avram. Venerally, the Kol Shekenim Amar Shiras Hayam Diyatza. Magen Avram says, certainly, if you said Az Yasher, your Yotzei Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim. Why? Because if learning a halacha about Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim, your Yotzei, certainly if you say Az Yasher. Because Az Yasher is our psukim of Yetzias Mitzrayim. To which Chasam Sofer famously asks that Az Yasher is not going to cut it. Chasam Sofer palagazach. Chasam Sofer argues on the Magen Avram. He says the Bekruk Siv Laman Tizkaras Yom Tzeischa. Chasam Sofer says in the pasuk it says you have to remember the day you left Egypt, and Az Yasher is not the day you left Egypt. It's 8 days later. It's not enough to remember that you crossed the sea. V'hiskim imay hagoin Rabbi Kiva Eger b'chidushav. Rabbi Kiva Eger agrees to Chasam Sofer that Shiras Hayam you are not going to be yotzei. I believe an approach we said to explain the Magen Avram is that since the Mitzrayim theoretically could have come and taken us back, therefore on the 8th day, that's when the Yetzias on the first day was complete. So it's not that it's good enough to remember the 8th day. No, it's not good enough to remember the 8th day. It's just by remembering the 8th day, what happened on the 8th day? What happened was the first day was finalized. The Mishna Berura continues, V'em yotzei yidei hazachir behera. Are you yotzei remembering Yetzias Mitzrayim by thinking, I am beverhetev b'shem ha-Beis Yaakov. Look in the berhetev in the name of the Beis Yaakov. What does he say? By the way, the Berhetev brings a very interesting shaila. What if you're Mesupik? You know you said the first 2 parshas. You don't know if you said the 3rd parsha. So then you have to go back, because the Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim is Medairaisa. Okay, he brings that the Pri Megadim mistapik bazeh, whether you're yotzei beherher, or v'shagas aryeh Siman Yud Gimel herach leichech mishas amasik de'ena yotzei yidei chavi beherher. Shagas Aryeh speaks at length and he concludes, you are not yotzei zechira by herher. By the way, Rabbi Yashiv, the Dirshu quotes from Penine Tefillah says that even, let's say a person says, Ani Hashem lekechem. Are you yotzei? No. You're not yotzei. Why? It's not good enough to say it. You also have to think you're being yotzei, the mitzvah of Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim. And if you don't pay attention to that now you're remembering Yetzias Mitzrayim, then you do not get the mitzvah at all. Reb Chaim Kanievsky disagrees. He says, if you said it, you're yotzei. I don't understand the machlokes, because we hold mitzvah tzrichas kavana. So of course you have to think it. Isn't it? It's pashut that if you're not mechavein, the answer is, of course you are mechavein to, let's say I have like this, I am now mechavein to mekayim the mitzvah of Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim. But if you just rattle off, Ani Hashem lekechem asher hotzei Yetzias Mitzrayim, and you're not remembering Yetzias Mitzrayim, that's where the machlokes comes in. Okay. Upashut b'Gemara. It is simple in the Gemara. The Gam B'Layla tzarich lahaskir Yetzias Mitzrayim. At night also you have to remember Yetzias Mitzrayim. But I'm Prima Gadim. Look in the Prima Gadim. Mistapekim hu daraisa d'Rabbanan. The Prima Gadim is Mesupik, is remembering Yetzias Mitzrayim at night, biblical or rabbinic. V'nafkamina l'inyan tzveika. It's a nafkamina when you're in doubt. Ayin sham. Uv'shagis aryeh, Siman ches kasa v'hedya, tehu daraisa. Shagis aryeh in Siman ches writes explicitly that it's daraisa. V'chayiv lahaskir b'zman shulayla v'adai v'loy kadem. You have to remember Yetzias Mitzrayim when it's definitely night and not before. V'alkenim hizker ben hashmashos. If you mention the ben hashmashos, kagan shespalo kadem says kechavim la yatzi dei chayvasa. You're not yotzei. It's interesting. Here, the Mishna Berura only brings the opinion of the Shagis Aryeh that if you mention Yetzias Mitzrayim, mi ba'od yaim la yatza. Later on, in Sin Reish Lamed Hey, and the Shartzin, he brings the opinion of Magen Avram that Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim shalayla, that if you daven mar mi ba'od yaim, you are yotzei. So it's not pashut. Now, Kriya Shema, you're not going to be yotzei until Tzeis HaKechavim. Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim, Shagis Aryeh says you're not yotzei till Tzeis HaKechavim. Magen Avram says you would be yotzei, but he doesn't bring the Magen Avram here. Lo yatsa, why? The ben hashmashos sveikahu. Ben hashmashos is a suffix. Usveika daraisa l'chumra. V'chein mashmi Rambam Perek Aleph Mehilchos Kriyashma Duhu daraisa. Chumay shekasa Prima Gadim ba'atzmai. That in the nighttime, the Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim is Mida Oiraisa. Okay, Rabbi, so we'll hold it over here. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Good to see everybody. Have a great day.
Recording stopped.